Hi, my name is Marin with Healthy Approach, and I'm here to show you a Hatha yoga routine that anyone can start out with. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're just going to stand here with our feet together, straighten our hips, align it with our shoulders, get our shoulders nice and open, pull them back, chin back, everything aligned, and we're going to inhale through our nose into our belly and exhale. Lift your head slightly as we inhale, looking to the sky. Get that Buddha belly on. And exhale. Good. One more time. Big inhale. And exhale again. What we're going to start off with is we're going to have a wide-legged forward bend. So we're going to step out real wide. Do a big inhale here. Make sure that you're not sticking your butt out like this. It's so easy to do that. You really want to stay aligned right here. So as we exhale, we're just going to forward bend, keeping our back and legs straight and reaching towards the ground right here. If you are having trouble getting your palms on the ground, spread your legs out more. That's the nice thing about this pose. It varies as you spread your legs, and you can have this nice supportive base to put your hands on the ground. Or you can use some yoga blocks. Wherever you're most comfortable, rock your feet forward onto your toes, onto your heels, and find that equal balance right in between the heels and the toes. And then just sit into it. You're going to feel the stretch in your inner hamstrings and your hips. Just go ahead and breathe in deep. Spread those toes. Cling it to the ground. Good. And then we're going to go ahead and sit into it. We're going to start by sitting right into it. What we're going to do as we sit into it with our legs spread open, we're going to push our hips and hopefully get the legs to open even more until you feel some tension in your inner knees and inner thighs here. Take both your palms, set them right behind your glutes, and push your torso to sit straight up. And you can even push your torso forward if you feel like it. You can feel free to point your toes up towards the sky, see them wiggle, and just hold this pose right here. If you feel like your muscles are starting to relax and you can push yourself into the pose more, that's fine too. This is a really great one for us because our legs don't really flex like this very often as we move throughout our day. So this is a great place to just sit down when you're watching a movie or relaxing to before bed. Great pose. Now let's go ahead and bend one leg in towards our groin, and taking the hand on the same side of the extended foot, we're going to put it on the ground right here, opposite knee, and reach up and over. You don't have to touch your toes. Just make sure that shoulder is open and back so that you're not bending over like this. We really want to stay open. One of the things I like to do is look up to remind myself to stay open. If this is too difficult, bring your hand slightly back. Elbow on the ground is fine. And if you need to, just open your hand up more. It'll reduce the depth of the stretch. Nice big inhale, sit up. We're going to exhale and turn our hips towards that extended foot and exhale down into that stretch. Try to make sure that you're not curving your back like this. You know you're curving your back if you're dropping your chin and looking forward. You really want to keep that chin up and focus on getting your chest to your thigh. That's the nice big focus, and you can really sit into that, get that chest to that thigh. You can also take the opposite arm of the leg that's extended and hold on to the opposite ankle like this, and you'll feel that stretch deepen right in to this lower back side area here, which feels really nice. Sometimes we don't realize that we have lower back pain, and it doesn't come from our lower back. Sometimes it comes from tight legs, tight hamstrings, and tight sides, really. We don't stretch our sides out very often. This is very good here. Okay, let's sit up in a nice big exhale. Inhale as we sit up. right in the middle, and let's go ahead and walk out forward as much as we can. Right here in the middle, just focusing on isolating that stretch right here on the extended leg side. If you can put your elbows down if you feel comfortable. Just try to keep both hips on the ground. If your hips are coming up off the ground, then walk back to the place where they stay on the ground. And just make sure that you sit right into it. Relax that leg. Don't force any stretches. Don't strain it. Just relax it. Very good. Now let's sit up with a nice big inhale. And what we're going to do now is turn. So what we're doing is turning over this back leg, making our hips go in the opposite, complete opposite direction, and we're opening up this hip. If you have any trouble, you can feel free to put a pillow or a yoga block under this hip, right in this space here. Otherwise, if you feel like it, you can hold yourself up with your fingertips as you focus on sitting down into that stretch. Keep that back nice and upright. If you can't, that's fine. You can be right here. Totally fine. And again, if you're up here, put a pillow or a yoga block in between your legs. If you want to extend this stretch or deepen it, you can push your torso away from the ground, looking up, arching your back. And if you really want to deepen it, you can pull that back leg up, stretching that quadricep, bending that back knee, and reaching up as you look up towards the sky. So you can see this is a really nice deep stretch. Again, it's only if you feel like it. If you want to just be right here, this is a great stretch for your hips and your quads. And again, if you feel like it, you can stay right here. Let's take a big breath. Inhale, straighten our torso, and let's exhale and try to fold forward, walking our hands out very slowly. Fold forward as much as you can. We're stretching out that back glute on the other side. Really nice stretch. The glute is one place that tightens up very often. So we're just going to relax here. One more breath. And with a nice inhale, walk up from that stretch. Sit down back onto your glutes and open. And sit down into this wide-legged seated stretch right here. And we're just going to go ahead and set ourselves right into it again. Placing our palms, keeping that core tight, and placing our palms behind us, helping us sit upright and into the stretch. Focus on trying to relax your legs. You'll see me, I wiggle my legs a lot, and it helps remind me to kind of stay loose, kind of when you shake your shoulders out. Sometimes I really like to shake my limbs out and say, hey, stay loose, because if you're tight or you're stressed about it in any way, you're not going to get the best benefits or the most flexibility out of your stretch. So relaxation is important. Nice big belly breath. And let's go ahead and bend that opposite leg in towards the groin again. Good, sit into the stretch. The same arm of the extended leg goes to the opposite knee. Reach up and over. Again, you can rest your elbow against your inner thigh if you need to. I really like looking up. If this is too much of a stretch, feel free to keep your hand up a little higher or even bend your elbow. Bending your limbs can reduce the severity or the depth of the stretch. So as far as you need to go, there's baby steps for everyone, and you just need to take it at your level so that you can build a good, solid foundation to continue forward without any injury and to maximize the benefits. Inhale and stand straight up. Good, and let's go ahead and walk out towards the front. Let's scooch back here a little bit. Walk out as far as you can, keeping that chest up, back flat. The only competition is yourself, so you really want to make sure you do everything with good form. Keep that hip down, really sit on your butt. It's a difficult thing because you want to kind of lift up and walk forward further, but that's not what it's about. It's really just about feeling each posture and doing it with good form so that our body gets the most benefit out of it. Big breaths. Inhale and walk back in. And then let's go ahead and exhale. We're shifting our hips now, facing that extended leg. Exhale. And again, making sure that we're not hunching over. We're just keeping that chest up. Focus on getting that chest to that upper thigh. You can use your legs. I don't know if you've seen me. I kind of walk myself with my hands towards my legs. I hold on to them. If you need a yoga strap, these are great poses to get that strap around the ball of your foot here and pull yourself into it. And again, let's take this opposite hand and put it on the outside of our ankle to make sure we deepen that stretch in our lower side of our back. Very good. Nice inhale as we sit up. Let's go ahead and rotate our back leg, hips down. What I like to focus on, this is the pigeon pose. And when we're in pigeon pose, really the further extended our bottom half of our front leg can come, as far as a 90-degree angle, the deeper that stretch is going to be in this glute and in our hip. So really, to put more depth into the pose, you can either extend that leg out, swing it up, or if it's too deep for you, bring it in closer to your groin. The closer it is to your groin, the easier this pose is going to be. So just find a place that's comfortable for you. Again, if you need a yoga block or a pillow, you can use that. Sit your hips into the stretch. Let's really feel that stretch. Hips are great for stress relief. And a lot of us feel that tension in our back, but the secondary place that we keep stress is in our hips. If you feel stressed, just go ahead and stretch your hips and see what it does. If you need to, take your hands and push your torso away. Look up and back if you want to deepen that stretch. Nice little lower back compression. Pushes it into the hips. And again, if you need to, you can pull that back foot up towards your body. Look up towards the sky. Nice full body stretch here. The next inhale and exhale, let's lower it. Make sure our hips are straight again and walk out very gently, very slowly. Ease into this pose. One big breath in and let's exhale. Walk it out slowly. Very good. Let's go ahead and shift our glutes right back to the ground. And one more time, straddle pose. Seated straddle. Sit up right into it. If you don't feel more flexible already, that's okay. Just continue to do this regularly and your body will adjust very quickly, I promise. Just as long as you stay consistent and stay relaxed in each pose, hold each pose, breathe deeply into them, it will start to feel very, very good. Good. Let's go ahead and bring our heels into just cross-legged position if we can. We're just going to do a couple of things to stretch out our back here. We're going to take our opposite hand to the opposite knee. Back hand's going to go back right behind us and we're going to rotate very gently. You're just going to put a little bit of pressure against that knee and rotate, looking back as far as you can look behind you. Keep that chest up, core tight. Sit up nice and tall as you rotate here. Good. Inhale as you untwist. Exhale as we twist one more time, right behind us. Very good. Inhale and untwist. Let's just do a couple neck tilts, just ear to shoulder on one side. Just relax that neck, kind of unwind after a very strong yoga routine. Nice deep breath. Find some relaxation. Inhale, lift your head up to center, and exhale as you tilt down to the other side. Good. Inhale, bring your head towards center. And if you feel like it, you're more than welcome to stay in the seated position or get in lotus position and just breathe deeply for a few moments. Personally, I like to get in Savasana or corpse pose, where I lay down on my back, palms up. Make sure your shoulder blades are flat against the ground when you do this. And just lay in an anatomical position as you breathe in deeply. Close your eyes and just thank your body for the work you've done. It's so important that we take that time to just reset our breath and kind of absorb everything that we've just done, all the work that you put into it. It's really good for you. And I really appreciate you guys for joining me on this Hatha yoga routine. I hope you liked it, and we'll see you next time.